What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, I'm going to start a new series called Fight to the Death, where I pin a couple animals up against each other. Now this is going to be a very interactive series because I'm only going to pick the first two animals to go up against each other, and then you get to pick the challenger to go up against the defending animal. So whatever animal wins today, you get to pick the challenger for next week. So leave that in the comment section below. Now, I think it's pretty obvious that we shouldn't put a Shaleback up against, say, a saber-toothed tiger. So when you're making your recommendations for what should be the challenger to the winner of this fight, what you need to do is think about what might be in that category, because I'd like to move up the chain with this series. And I think that's important to slowly move through it, because we may miss something that's exceptional if we just jump over, say, like a boar or something like that, where we don't think it could be a good competitor, and we know that a alpha wolf is going to be a good competitor. So definitely think about your recommendation and leave it in the comment section below. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd encourage you to click that subscribe button, click that bell so you get notified when I upload another video. Now, I have this really cool platform that I built so that I could see how far followers would chase or how far they would attack. So that is the platform that we're going to use for all of these fights. So let me explain how I chose which pets to go up against each other. First of all, I'm trying to do it where they are in the same areas where you can capture them close to each other. And then what I did was I spawned in 5 of each and leveled them up through the admin command level follower up to 20, which means that they got random perks, they got random attribute points. And what I did was I chose what I felt was the best candidate out of all 5 to then pit up against each other. And that's how I'm going to continue to do it throughout the series. However, for this fight, we have the striped hyena going up against the Shaleback. Now, the hit points for the striped hyena is 2022. It has strength of 26, agility of 22, vitality of 18, accuracy of 10, and survival of 26. It gains 104 hit points per point in vitality. For the Shaleback, its hit points are 1539, strength of 19, agility of 30, vitality of 23, accuracy of 15, survival of 20, and its hit points gained per point in vitality is 57.91. And those numbers reflect any numbers that they got from either their attributes or the perks that they gained. So if it had a green number, I added it to it. If it had a red number, I subtracted it from it. In this case and scenario, neither one of these animals had a red number, so there was no subtraction. It was all good stuff. Now, I think what you are going to see here is very simply the difference in damage per second, because I feel like the hyena is going to attack so much more often that it's just going to whittle down the Shaleback. Even though the Shaleback has an absolute ton of armor, you can already see how many more attacks the hyena is doing than the Shaleback is doing. So even though the Shaleback is doing more damage to the hyena than the hyena is doing with most of its attack to the Shaleback, and the Shaleback has stacked Sunder on the hyena, it's just not attacking enough to warrant, in my mind, what's going to be a win from the Shaleback. It also looks like there's an issue with the Sunder, because every time the Shaleback attacks the hyena, it's actually only doing 20 points in damage. Even with a full 5 stack of Sunder on the hyena, the Shaleback cannot get above 20 damage. And it doesn't matter whether the hyena has Sunder on it at all or a full stack of 5 Sunder, the Shaleback is always only doing 20 damage. Now, the hyena does have 616 armor from the agility bonus in and of itself. So as that Sunder gets stacked, the Shaleback should be doing more damage to the hyena. However, as you can see, it's not. It's always 20 hit points every time, no matter how many Sunder is stacked on the hyena. So I have a feeling that Sunder is not working for pets currently. Now I figured out the DPS for each one of these animals, and basically what I did was I chose a point in time and I recorded the hit points for each animal, and then I chose 1 minute later and recorded the hit points for each animal again, and then divided by 60 seconds. What I came up with is that the hyena does 8.95 DPS, so 8.95 hit points every second. And the Shaleback does 6.33 hit points every second. So the hyena is doing almost 3 more hit points per second than the Shaleback is doing, which means that the Shaleback would have to have a lot more health than the hyena in order to win this fight, and that's just not the case. And I think it's pretty easy at this point to call the win for the hyena, as it has 44% of its health left, and we're under 10% for the Shaleback. So I want to know in the comment section below, what do you think should go up against the hyena in next week's video? And there we go, we have the win for the hyena, and you can see we have a very proud and happy hyena winner. Now, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to whack that like button before leaving, and that's all I have for this video, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. You can click one of the other videos coming up on the screen to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. The whack moments in this video were sponsored by my legendary supporters. Thank you very much. If you'd like to sponsor a future whack moment, you can click the button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. And if you're not finished watching, there's 2 videos to pick from.